LeBron, it sounds like this is one of those towards the end of my career quotes where it's starting to get towards the end, and you can see a finish line, and he's starting to accept that he may not be able to get six of them, kind of like what Kobe was doing when Kobe was getting ready to leave. But yeah, bro, like shout out to Bron for saying it, but I mean, don't shoot the messenger. I guess he can say whatever he want to say, but he'll never be the goat. I know I just want to throw that little shot in there, but he'll never be the goat. But that's my guy though. Shout out to Bron.
Let me say this, kind of to piggyback what you just said too. Also, this kind of highlights what he was talking about. When he was on Pat McAfee's show,
Hmm.
we talked about the fact of being the face of the league and all that stuff. What you just said, I think now, yeah, you could probably look at it both ways, like you said, where you probably saying this because you realize you ain't gonna get six rings or whatever, or you trying to save your legacy or whatever the case is. But on the flip side, it's some truth behind what he's saying, right? The fact that he talked about it on Pat McAfee's show. We talked about it before how they focus on this culture nowadays, man. Like I said, if you ain't go 6-0, you trash. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so we talked about how Jordan talked about that. He had that quote we talked about a month ago here on the show about him kind of saying that same thing. And so him talking about what he realized now compared to yesteryears, like you said, yeah, he was trying to get a championship and ring chasing it to a certain extent or whatever back in the 10, 15 years ago or whatever, right? But I think as he got older, I think he kind of realized, man, look, I've done what I can. It is what it is. Let the chips fall where they may or whatever, right? Because a lot of times like you said, with the national media, they play they the ones that hit you and then move their hand like they didn't hit you. They sat there and put the pressure on this dude to go like you said. I remember them conversations saying, "Oh, he ain't gonna be nothing unless he win a championship or whatever," right?
Hmm.
And so then he goes and do it, and they're like, "Oh my God, why'd you do that, LeBron?" He's like, "Because you forced his hand to go do it or whatever, right?"
Yep.
And so that's why I say, like, man, I could see where he's where he's going with that. At the same time, hey, it like you said, you could tell the writings on the wall. I think he realizes, man, he probably got about one more year left. If I had to guess, probably one more year left. This might be his last year 23.